the Church of Jesus Christ. In the Garden of Eden, the serpent tempted Eve by casting doubt on the truth of God. Adam and Eve bought into that lie, and our world fell into sin and decay. Since that very first sin, corrupt human beings have a propensity to turn away from God and twist the truth into lies. It begins with the first big lie that there is no God, which the Bible tells us is the belief of fools. Sometimes, however, those fools are very vocal. One of them is the British biologist Richard Dawkins, who is perhaps the foremost atheist in the world. He created a stir about 15 years ago when he published his book, The God Delusion, which was a broadside attack on religion and particularly Christianity. Dawkins has attacked the biblical God as portrayed in the Old Testament as a sadomasochistic, capriciously malevolent bully. And he has dismissed the crucifixion of Christ for our sins as a deeply unpleasant and unnecessary idea. But Dawkins is beginning to discover that he doesn't like the world he's helped to create. In a surprising interview with the BBC recently, Dawkins said that he considers himself a cultural Christian, and he lamented the decline of Christianity in his native England and the rest of Europe, while at the same time Islam is on the rise. He says he's still a committed unbeliever, but he likes living in a country formed and shaped by Christianity. It's ironic since Dawkins has done more than most to diminish Christianity in the UK and in the West. He spent a good portion of his public life demeaning Christianity as anti-intellectual and barbaric, and making the case for thinking people to abandon God. And faced with the results, he's flinching. As C.S. Lewis famously wrote, "We remove the organ and demand the function. We castrate and bid the geldings be fruitful." When you try to banish the God of the Bible, you don't end up with secularism, because there's really no such thing. Mankind is incurably religious, and it's not a matter of whether we will worship God, it's a matter of which God we will worship. Dry intellectual unbelief turns out to be nothing more than fuel for the fire of religions like radical Islam. Apathy will always be overtaken by zealous belief. So Dawkins proclaimed that there is no God and helped contribute to the dry unbelief of England and Europe that's now being consumed by radicalism. He's discovering to his regret that driving out Christianity also drives out liberty, respect for life, and the value of beauty that Christianity produces, and that cannot be produced by atheism or by Islam or by any other false ideology. Indeed, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God.